Welcome to this lesson on the applications of triple integrals. In multivariable calculus, once we learn how to compute a triple integral, the next logical step is to understand what it actually represents physically. Today, we will explore three key physical applications: calculating volume, finding the total mass of an object with variable density, and locating its center of mass. Before we dive into applications, let's briefly recall what a triple integral does. Just as a single integral sums up values over a line, and a double integral sums over a flat region, a triple integral integrates a function of three variables, x, y, and z, over a solid three-dimensional region, usually denoted as E. We are essentially summing up infinitesimal volume elements, dv, weighted by the function f. The most fundamental application is finding volume. If we imagine our function f of x, y, z is simply equal to 1 everywhere, then the integral is just summing up the tiny pieces of volume, dv, without changing their value. The result of this calculation is the total volume of the solid region. This is directly analogous to finding area with a double integral. Let's visualize this. Imagine a solid shape in 3D space, which we call region E. When we perform the integration, we are mathematically dividing this shape into millions of tiny boxes, or cubes. Each tiny box has a volume of dv. By adding them all up, which is what the integral sign stands for, we get the total space occupied by the object. Now let's make it more interesting. Real-world objects, like a planet or an alloy, don't always have the same density everywhere. They might be heavy in the center and lighter on the surface. We describe this using a density function, rho of x, y, z, which tells us how dense the object is at any specific point. To find the total mass, we integrate this density function over the entire volume. Here is the logic step by step. First, we take a tiny piece of the object with volume dv. Second, we calculate its mass by multiplying its volume by its density, rho. This gives us a tiny mass, dm. Finally, the triple integral sums up all these tiny masses from every part of the object to give us the total mass, capital M. Our third application is finding the center of mass. To do this, we first need to calculate something called a moment. A moment measures the tendency of the mass to rotate around a specific plane. For example, the moment about the is-plane is calculated by integrating the density multiplied by the distance x. We calculate three distinct moments, one for each coordinate plane. Once we have the moments and the total mass, finding the center of mass is straightforward. The center of mass is defined by three coordinates, x bar, y bar, and z bar. To find x bar, we divide the moment about the is-plane by the total mass. We do the same for y bar and z bar using their respective moments. Think of these as the average coordinates of all the mass in the object. Visually, the center of mass is the unique point where the object would perfectly balance if you placed it on a pin. For a uniform object, this is just the geometric center, also known as the centroid. However, if the object is denser on one side, the center of mass will shift towards that heavier side, as shown in this diagram. To wrap up, remember these three key formulas. 1. Integrating the function, 1 gives you volume. 2. Integrating the density function, rho, gives you mass, and 3. Integrating the density weighted by position gives you the moments, which allows you to calculate the center of mass. These tools are essential for physics and engineering.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.